So you've decided that you need to replace your floor. Now it's time to move on to the planning phase. And here we are with the million-dollar question. How much will it cost? Hi, I'm Vinny, and I'm here with Floors Uncovered. Before we dive into the details, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel below. The good news is your floor won't actually cost you $1 million, I think. Unfortunately, there's not really a consistent answer on exactly how much your floor will cost. Because when it comes to floors, it depends on the product, it depends on how large the room is, it depends on the installation. There's a lot of different factors that ultimately contribute to how much it will cost. If we're looking at averages in the United States, the average room, which we're going to assume is about 12 by 10, so 120 square feet, with installation will cost you typically somewhere around $3,000 to $4,000. That's installed. If you don't have installation, you can take off somewhere around 33% to 50% of that total cost because the installation is a big part of the project. When it comes to new flooring, there's a lot of different product categories. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, laminate. There's a lot of different choices that you're going to have to choose between, and each of them comes with their different price levels. Typically speaking, carpet is going to be the lowest investment and one of the warmer products as it does tend to insulate a room. Hardwood is very stylish, but you're paying for a natural product, so it tends to be a little bit more expensive. Tile is very elegant and you can do a lot of cool patterns with it, but it's definitely the coldest and hardest underfoot and can be quite expensive depending on the tile you select. Especially on the labor side, it tends to be the most labor-intensive product to install. In addition, there are luxury vinyl plank, which comes in a variety of different forms, both looking like tile and hardwood, that tends to be the easiest to maintain and somewhere in between on the price scale. And then there's laminate, which has its own benefits, although typically it's one of the least purchased floors in the industry today. Choosing the right one for you can seem daunting, but we have a lot of different videos on the different types of product categories, so check out our channel and see the different videos of the products that interest you to figure out what makes the most sense for your room or rooms. Where your floor is being installed can make just as much of a difference as what type of product you're choosing to install. What is your subfloor? What rooms are adjacent to the rooms, and the height of the floor between the different rooms is very important. In addition, what furniture is going to be in the room? And what I mean by that is, do you have to work around an island in the kitchen, for example? What kind of baseboard do you have? These are all factors that come into play when it comes to the total cost and investment of the room. And also what type of product you might want to pick. For example, if you have a kitchen that comes off of a deck in the backyard where you have a pool, so there's a lot of wet feet coming in, hardwood might not be the best choice. You might be better off with a luxury vinyl plank, something that's got water resistance or waterproof nature. So these are all different factors that you have to consider that are part of the planning process. So the big questions to ask yourself when you're reviewing this is, what is the purpose of my own room? What is adjacent to my room? And what is the subfloor like in my room? These factors will have a big impact on the product you choose. For example, solid hardwood can't be installed on concrete. So if you're on slab construction or this is going below grade, you're either going to need to use an engineered hardwood, which is a more expensive and different type of hardwood, or select a different product. Vinyl doesn't come just in planks, it also comes in rolls, and in sheet vinyl rolls reflect everything that's beneath them, which again, is kind of part of the preparation purpose. The other thing is, depending on what's on your floor now, there's a good chance you might be able to go over it. You want to check for height and distribution of the weight that you're putting on the floor joists, but for example, sheet vinyl and sometimes ceramic tile can actually be installed over depending on the product, where something like hardwood can't install over existing products, so you're going to have to rip up and tear down. And depending on what you're tearing up will also affect the labor costs. Tile is much harder to pull up than carpet. So depending on what's in the room now will depend on how much investment you're going to have to make. Other considerations for your floor. Do you have pets? Do you have kids? Do you own the home? Do you rent the home? Is this your forever home? Or is this just a home that you're in for a little while you find your next adventure? All of these things are important to determining how much and what type of product you should invest in, and we highly recommend talking to your local flooring professional because they can give you the best advice on the answers to these questions. So, are you ready to replace your floors? What's the most burning question in your mind that you need answered? Comment below and let us know, and we'll do our best to give you your $1 million answer.